Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Homer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice, and we're about to start the next part of this trial. It's May 12th, 9:34 a.m., High Court of Corraine Accused Lobby. By the way, it usually says defended lobby, but I guess like since it's in Corraine, they call it the accused lobby, you know, because that's what you are. You're the accused. Poor Maya. Maya looks exhausted, but I can't blame her. That's the thing that I, like, when you really think about it, like, the amount of emotions you go through during this, and now Maya as a character, like, you know, probably not even getting time to properly process it. It's like, you know, 1 second she's been told she's a killer, the next second she's in prison, the next second she's back here in the court system, with a little bit of a break in between to talk to Phoenix. Nick, I was thinking about it all day yesterday. I never properly asked you to defend me, did I? I know. It's okay. It doesn't matter, I'm on this case till the bitter end. I know. That's why I wanted to officially ask you for your help. Oh, that's really sweet. That is very, very sweet. You got it, Maya. Let's do this. We gotta wrap this up and get back home so you can make your dream show come true. The Steel Samurai versus the Plume Punisher, right? You bet. Look as if you did not sleep last night, Barbed Head. It is written all over your face. Oh my god, that smirk again. How can you expect to put up a respectable defense like that? I'm all fired up and rared to go. I guess Maya's not the only one looking for exhausted. I mean, here's the thing, right? Like, it's so understandable to be exhausted in this situation. Especially like, and it's not just like being like in it, like it doesn't matter what country it is. Corraine obviously is very draining because there's a lot of like rules and regulations and a lot of people like insulting you all the time. But imagine being in a country that's not your own and being like persecuted. You know, it'd be too exhausting. Rayfa doesn't even seem in the best spirits herself. Go ahead, feign confidence now while you are still able. I'm glad that Phoenix noticed that as well because we do know. I do feel like there is going to be somewhat of a change coming for Rayfa at some point. We just need something. It's building. We just need some sort of like, I feel like a moment, a big moment. For I will see to it that your last rites are read to you this day. I guess it was just my imagination. No. She's putting up a front. She's been doing that since we got here, you know? Ready, Nick? Okay, Maya, let's set it in. I'm very nervous about this, but also a little bit excited just because I know that once we get through this, now, I say once we get through this, but like this game could be like, do another investigation, but I imagine this is the final part of the trials, and when it's over, Maya will be free. Because there's no way they're killing her. And I don't mean to look at a story ever like that. Oh, there's no way they're going to kill her. I don't mean it like that, but it's more just like we have to acknowledge it and then be like, yeah, but that doesn't change the trauma that comes with it. Because I feel sometimes people are like, oh, there's no consequences to like the story. But the consequences are Maya and Phoenix have experienced some incredible trauma from this. And also Rayfa as a character has been learning a lot more. There's like, and you know, you could say that's more of an effect than a consequence. But you know what I mean. May 12th, High Court of Corraine, yeah. Day 2, court is now in session. There's no Yuta. There's Maya right beside us. Now then, everyone is ready. The defense is ready, Your Majesty. The prosecution is ready. Let us begin without further delay. Oh, no prayers this time, Prosecutor Samadi? I already offered my prayers for the latest victim during my visit to the crime scene. Being that the accused had already been found guilty of the first murder, let us hasten his trial so we may put this dead lawyer walking out of his misery. The nod of the head. Yeah, sure. Let's kill him. Time to die. I could not agree more. Yeah, but again, that's their customs, right? It's like, yeah, let's just do it. In yesterday's trial, the accused was already found guilty of murdering the high priest. And today he will be tried for the murder of his disciple, Bray Zealot. Now then, Prosecutor Samadi, your opening statement if you would. Certainly. The accused has now slain 2 of the most devout clergymen in Corrainism. Even the lowest level of hell, the hell of tickling, would not be punishment of. That's the lowest level. We learned about the hell of tickling last time. Oh, the gulp? Then what a terrible fate awaits her. Balrikuk upon hell, the realm of eternal agony. There she will suffer endless punishment of Yagar by the Galam Apolomaten. Furthermore, Gulama, enough. So this is something that's very horrifying to people, Crane. My blood runs cold at the mere thought of that such a terrible place exists. Yeah, it sounds like in fairness, it's one of those things where we don't understand what's happening, but like I think the game does a good job of having the other characters be like, oh my god, you know, that's crazy, or having other characters be like, oh yeah, that makes sense, because within their culture it does make sense. I was going to ask for a translation, but on second thought, ignorance is bliss. I agree. Yeah, I agree at this stage. Now then, please continue minus the part about the terrible hail awaiting the accused. As you wish. Here we go. The victim of the heinous crime was the high priest's disciple Prezalot. He had been training under the high priest while living at the priest's home. I had met him a number of times and he seemed like an earnest young man. This music's great. How tragic that he met such a terrible end. Oh, the knife in the back as well. The murder occurred at the Plaza of Devotion during the purification rite. It was a bold crime carried out while the plaza was full of the faithful deep in prayer. The war-bound dagger was found impaled in the victim's upper back. The stabbing caused a spinal cord injury. Yeah, there's something about that, like, because I think like I played so many Ace Attorney games that like some stuff still makes me squeamish, but some stuff you have to like kind of like, not embrace is not the wrong word. It's like brace yourself for the stuff that you're about to hear. There's something about severing someone's spinal cord always like just there's something about it. I know it's like Calvin, that's horrific. It is horrific, but it's just even the way it's said, like spinal cord. It's like just dastardly. The war-bound dagger lay the killer's weapon of choice. We've already established that the accused prints were on the weapon. Incredibly damning evidence in itself. No, I didn't do it. She didn't do it. Jesus, dude, calm down. Hold your It is the opening statement, so she can't speak, but like, say it nicer, more official-like. Now, being the accused Maya Fey is a serial killer. Stop! Don't ever say that. The prosecution believes that the death penalty is the only possible sentence. That's what's so crazy about this as well. Nayuta, the son of Dirk, is okay, not only okay, but suggesting the death penalty. You know what I mean? That is, to me, it's a big story point, right? How did he get to this point? Would the defense care to respond? The accused is innocent and nothing can convince me otherwise, hell yeah. After all, the crime scene was packed with worshippers. How come my client have possibly committed this murder without a single witness? The accused's fingerprints on the murder weapon alone is enough to render a verdict. As such, I see no need to debate this any further. But... well, once our benevolence conducts her seance, it will be clear for all to see. Oh, God. Now, we remember as well that Rayfa is hanging on this as well, because she truly believes that this is what will prove her right, is that the seance works this time around, and Maya's found guilty, right? Your Majesty might have a word. No, it's okay. You don't need to have any words. Is something the matter, Prosecutor Samadi? It is about the divination seance. That's enough? Rayfa! Your benevolence! Stop right there, Prosecutor Samadi. As you wish, forgive me for overstepping my bounds. What was that all about? Barbed head, have you made peace with your fate? Oh my god. For this time, the divination seance will bring you to your knees. I'm ready, and I accept your challenge. The only problem is I have no weapons at my disposal. True. Our only hope now is what we can glean from the seance vision and Rayfa's insights. Very well. The divination seance, if you please, your benevolence. Yes. Let us begin. Nina is coming along. We're going to see the dance again, right? The dance of devotion. Always interesting to see.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped.
It's always such a shock when you hear voice acting in this game.
Dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Here we go. And I never tire of this because it's so well choreographed. It really adds like a I think it starts the trials in a way that like feels very like germane to Karain and very like serious, you know what I mean? It adds that layer of like I don't know, there's like a spiritual nature to it, right? Which is so prevalent in these trials too. Phoenix is like, that's my new daughter. Rayfa. Like this music as well is so tense and intense, right? It's really cool stuff. Pick up as well. It's just beautiful. It's a really beautiful thing. It really is. And I think it's just because I like performance art stuff, But like I think this is a really cool idea as well. A really cool showcase of it as well. Here we go. Wait. Did it not show anything? What happened there? Because usually it would I don't remember the exact timing of it, but like it felt too quiet. It felt way too quiet. I don't get it. Why wasn't there anything to see? Yeah. Your benevolence, what in the world? I was unable to evoke any sort of response. What? That's huge. I called out the spirit's name many times, but to no avail. That is a huge deal. A huge deal. Just as I thought. What did you think? Wait, what does he know that we don't? So, Naida already knew something was going to happen here. I'd sought to confirm the contents of the dates. Oh, so there's something he doesn't know, or that we don't know, that is going to be proven here in the divination seance. After all, it's customary for the prosecutor to verify it beforehand. Come to think of it. Did he say something, or did Rayfa say something? Oh, yeah, she was going to meet up with him, yeah. I must go perform a divination seance for Bray Zealot. It is a custom for the prosecution to review its contents before a trial begins. Wait, so Naida knew there was no... That's why I sought to stop her benevolence from performing it here, but she didn't... Oh, however, she insisted that it be done. So he found nothing, and she probably thought, oh, it's just a one-time fluke. And because she was so desperate to prove that the divination seance is correct and right all the time, she was like, no, I'm doing this. Brutal. Brutal. She wished to try one more time here in the Hall of Justice. It would appear her benevolence is tired from her manifold duties. Not anything of the sort. Oh my god, there's the frustration once again. Again, I feel bad, so bad for Rayfa. Like I do. To have a character that like, we talk about all the time, she's been built up and now that she's falling down, it's way worse and she's so young she can't even like honestly come to terms with it in a good way. The victim's spirit will not answer my call, but I know not why. It is my sacred duty to convey the truth through divination seance. Rayfa, what are we to do without a divination seance? I suppose you just have to deliver the last rites without them. Oh my god, we're going with evidence-based? I know that seance is evidence, but you know what I mean. The prosecution has already taken that into account when preparing for today. I am fully capable of proving the accused's guilt with or without a divination seance. You never fail to impress, Prosecutor Samari. This is bad. The divination seance was my one and only hope. Your Majesty, her benevolence said she isn't tired. So shouldn't we try to find out why the divination seance failed? Okay, yeah, that's a good way to stop it. Like, and also it plays to, Rayfa's ideas. Oh my god, Rayfa. How curious, Mr. Wright. Why have you suddenly taken such a keen interest in divination seance? Because it was actually going to help us this time around to put everything together. Explain yourself. Divination seance is for shedding light on the accused's crimes. It is the Holy Mother's hammer of wrath that is ever poised to pound you into the grave. You should fear it, not plead for it. I believe in my client. Plus, yesterday somebody told me something that changed my mind. The divination seance was once thought of as just another piece of evidence. Dirk. We're using Dirk's expressions here. That's awesome. If I were to correctly interpret the visions through thorough, careful analysis, then they would lead us to the truth behind what really happened. And the truth will show that my client Maya Fey is innocent. The truth is you don't have anything else to fall back on, huh, Nick? Yes, but... Maya, please, you're not helping. She's right. She's correct. How dare you? The voice of Matama is to be feared, not utilized by vile lawyers such as you. And here's the thing. Even though we're helping her be like, kind of like, hey, look, let's figure out what's wrong, which would help her in the long run, it's also now going to sting a little too. That's like, oh, but like a lawyer helped me, a defense lawyer helped me. Seances exact a heavy toll upon the royal priestess. It would be best not to burden her any further. Or does the defense feel that it can pose no counter-arguments? Oh my god. He's, again, just like poking at us as well. No, of course not. He saw right through me. I'll have to find a way to make the divination seance happen or we're toast. Well, since the divination seance is not possible at this time, I see no other choice. Let us proceed with the trial at the seance as Prosecutor Samari suggests. Oh my god. Thank you, Your Majesty. Why, I will not forget this, barbed head. Phoenix legitimately, was helping in a way. In a way. This will not be the last you see me. I definitely, I'm sure of that. Definitely, I'm sure of that. Yeah, that's again, like, Rayfa turning side to side, kind of being like, with her emotions, where it's like, I'm sure she's very happy that she would be happy for someone to prove why it's not working so she can know. But at the same time, it's also like, well, I don't want the lawyer to do it. I want the lawyer to fear it. Now I'll proceed by providing an outline of the case at hand. Very well. If the lead detective would please come to the stand, we begin. Is this Emma? Emma Sky. Love a character design. Sorry, Mr. Wright. Again, she's sorry all the time. Don't worry about it. Detective Sky. I understand how you would wish to save the accused and the defense. They are your friends, after all. But you must let them go and move on. But there is only one way to save them now. By giving their souls a chance to burn away the taint of their sins in the infernal flames. Oh, I can't do this. Oh my god, the Snackles. I think the Snackle thing is so sad because she can eat whatever she wants, right? But she stopped eating the Snackles because she felt like she was relying on them too much, and now she's right back on them. Now she's working now. No eating in the Sacred Hall of Justice. No eating? No eating in the Sacred Hall of Justice? Did you see the dance Rayfa did earlier? She ate. Miss Sky. Yes? Don't worry about me and Nick. You just do your job. I'm sure Nick will figure something out. Eventually. Well, that's the thing. It's like, it's better to give us actual information on stuff that we, that's true, so we can actually use that. Even if it hurts us at first, we can find out. Oh, look at the face. Oh my god. Right, thanks, Miss Faye. How very brave for a criminal with a tainted soul. Very well, Detective Sky. Please proceed. Okay, I can do this. Let me start with an overview of the case. Witness testimony. We love the UI, don't we? Overview of the second murder. The latest victim was Prey Zealot. He'd been training under the High Priest and living at his house for the past 2 years. The High Priest's widow, Belieb, identified the victim's body. Did she say that? He may have been mistaken for a rebel and killed due to his connection to the high priest. I don't know. We'll see. I see. Well, that certainly makes sense. Would the defense care to respond? I didn't spot any inconsistency in her testimony so far. It could just be a thing that Nayuta knows that we don't know or something I don't remember. I don't have any evidence in my arsenal. What am I going to do now? What is it, Maya? I was just wondering how much the police actually looked into the Acolyte Zealot. Because it just might prove to be a key as to why the divination seance failed. What do you mean? What are you getting at? Well, it's just a hunch. Wait a second. During my investigation, Rayfa told me about how the divination seance works. If I could figure out why it failed, maybe she could try it again. Okay, time to press for some more information. So should we press everything? She said something... There's Nayuta's eyes now. Was she... Let's see here. Something about how they looked into Acolyte Zealot? The latest victim was Pere Zealot. Okay, I don't think we need to press... It might just be a thing we need to press on. He had been training under the High Priest and living at his house for the past 2 years. If I was going to press something the last two, the High Priest Widow Believe in Me has identified the victim's body. Because... Wait. No, because if Maya is saying that it's how they looked into Pere, it'd be information about, like, who he is as a person? So I would say this one, then. His connections as a rebel. So maybe there is something to do with that? Like, who he is as a person? Maya, isn't that Lady Kira who's been going around capturing rebels? I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, but... Objection! He was like, she isn't that. That verdict was already handed down in the previous trial. That doesn't mean it's true. It's no longer a point of dispute. I will not allow you to make it so. I mean, legally we can't, right? Legally we can't. Which is crazy. That Maya, like, we have to, like, overturn... Well, if we overturn this case, I imagine it would help in overturning that case. No ifs, ands, and most of all, no buts. No coconuts. The accused was posing as Lady Kira, and she killed Acolyte Zealot because she mistakenly believed him to be a rebel. That's not true. I'm sorry. The verdict has already been read in the case. I have to assume that's a fact now. And again, that's what's so horrible. is like we shouted at Emma to be like, you know, just a response as well. It was a response like is like emotional, right? Don't say that about Maya. When in reality, it's like she's not attacking Maya. It's her like acknowledging the true facts of this case as the court sees it, right? And that's different. Yeah, it's horrible, but it's true. Maya, you mentioned that Emma's testimony might hold a clue as to why the seance failed. I did, but it's really just a hunch. That might mean there was a mistake during the investigation. It would have to be information that would impact the seance. What could it be? Okay, I'm just going to press as much as we can then. The latest victim was Pere Zealot. Let's just do it. Why not? Let's just do it. What kind of person was Acolyte Zealot? According to the neighbors and the others who knew him, he was a deeply devout youth. I too have heard his name mentioned as one of who was a fervent practitioner. I suppose you might say that he was the High Priest's star disciple. Furthermore... Okay, nothing there as well. Okay. He had been training under the High... So maybe this is information about himself? Hold it! 2 years, are you sure about that? We took statements from his neighbors and his fellow monks. They all corroborated our initial findings. What about you, Maya? Well, when I first came here, I saw Zealot praying under the High Priest's instruction. I see. So the results of the police investigation seem to check out. So that's all fine. So this is the only other one we didn't press. Was Miss Imi's positive ID the only way you could have verified the identity of the victim? So are we talking about the identity of? Well, no. Are we going to say that we also checked the ID card he carried and the data in his family registry? But what? His personal information didn't match any of the public records we cross-referenced. Maybe that's why the divination seance failed. I'm sure what you mean, Mr. Wright. Here's what I'm thinking. Oh, so if it's a fake name, it's not exactly he's like, because I was thinking of this saying he's like impersonating someone, but if he just changed his name, then I guess they might be couldn't find it in the seance? Possibly? The victim decided to hide his identity for some reason. In other words, he was using a fake name. The royal priestess uses a deceased face and true name to summon her spirit. That's crazy. Yeah, because you need the face and the name, right? Why, yes. That is indeed true. If he's using a forged ID, then there's no mention of him in our public records. Then he was likely an illegal immigrant. They're not uncommon here, Karain. An illegal immigrant? Come to think of it, Rayfa mentioned something about immigrants yesterday. She did. But if that's the case, we have no way of knowing who he really is. Well, because yes, we still need the name. We'll have to proceed without holding a divination seance this time. Yeah. I'd always thought the acolyte Zella was Karanese. Oh, how the high priest must be lamenting his disciples' deception in the twilight. It's so crazy because like the hatred that they all have here is so embedded in that they don't, instead of seeing like their hatred for Maya, for example, is similar, where it's like instead of seeing someone who's so devout to their religion, they instead just see someone who's like a deceiver. It's crazy, you know? Zella was more devout than any other person here in this room, you know? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think? Should we add this to the testimony? Sure, yeah. Why not? This is an important fact. Please add it to the testimony. It would seem to be a fact most inconvenient for the defense. But if you insist, Detective Sky, please add it to what you said to your testimony. Yes, Your Majesty. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. He was an illegal immigrant, so we don't know what his real name was. So this is what we have to like... Do we have to present something? Because usually we have to present something. We can press it, but usually we have to present something on this. But what can we present on this? Is this something about what Rayfa said yesterday? I have no earthly idea what we could... See, I'm thinking, I think it has to be something about immigration. Right? It's one of those things where like I feel like I like maybe we could do process of elimination, but even now I don't know which one it could be. Like I get okay. Let's look at all the stuff that like related to Parade then, right? That's the best way to go about it, right? That's okay. That's the best way to go. So this, not 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 this. This is related to him. Not the. Oh, this is. So these two are related. Not related. Not related. Not related. Tag, yeah, related as well as a picture. So that's 3. Related. Yeah, I would say related. Not related. And both these not related. So there's 4 that are related. It's believed statement. The family photo. I'm gonna remove the family photo right now. Unless they're saying he was actually like a family member, but I don't know. I don't know. This is just about the timing of stuff, so that I think we can remove that as well, right? And this is his death. So the only thing would be this. But like, how does this help with like the immigration thing? Is it just like the tattoo? Like, is it like saying that like a person from Crane wouldn't have a tattoo, maybe? We could try.
Objection!
Sorry, Detective Sky. But the police missed something important in their investigation. So how are we going to swing this peach to being something super important? How are we going to do that? Well, what are you talking about? The victim was undeniably Kuranese and need. Oh, so wait. I'm dumb. I thought it was because, like, again, it's been a few days, right? This happens to be all the time. I guess it's actually, like, does make him Kuranese? And the crime scene photo proves it. It does? It's a little hard to see, but look closely. You'll see a clear proof that the victim was Kuranese. Where? I don't see anything that would prove that. The proof that the victim was Kuranese. Like, okay, so the one, okay, the outfit? Because I thought we were talking about the tattoo. Because that's why I presented it, maybe, but... What did they say about the tattoo before? I'm trying to rack my brain because remember she said something about the tattoo. But I'm not sure what. We can, but again, nothing's actually being like, oh no, we don't have to be. So, okay, let's do this first and then we'll go with the tattoo. But but it says something they missed. The outfit's not something they missed. The tattoo's the only noticeable thing here, but I'm not sure. I can try.
Take that!
Look at the tattoo right here. I thought this would make him not that. Why, that's a tattoo of a peach. I would like you all to think about the meaning of this tattoo. Oh, the victim really liked peaches? Oh, maybe. Well, peaches are a flavored delicacy. Oh, I think that's what they said. Yeah, I was trying to rack my brains of what, because they said something about that, but I forgot. That's what they said, I guess. They happen to be a personal favorite of mine. I'm not a big fan of peaches. Not a big fan of peaches. The sweetness of their abundant nectars and the softness of the perfectly ripe flesh. Oh, they're a blessing from the Holy Mother herself. Nick, I've suddenly got a craving for peaches. She has such a determined look on her face to get those peaches too. After the trial, Maya, right now we have one bigger fish to fry. Unfortunately, that is not a tattoo of a peach. It's not? It's not a peach, you say? Take a closer look. Oh, it's the freaking symbol on his head. Man, I hope they didn't say all of this stuff because I'll look like a big idiot now. I will. But then again, that happens sometimes, especially when it's like been a few days since, like, the last time I recorded an Ace Attorney video was legitimately, like, just because stuff has been going on, as I probably said in the update video there, was 5 days ago. So it has been a bit of time. So I'm not going to, like, kick myself too much about this. Name the tattoo on the high priest's brow. Oh my. What? This mark is only borne by members of the Kuranese clergy.
Objection.
So that is what you believe it to be? But are they not utterly different, not upside down? Sure, they're shaped differently, but there's a reason for that. The victim had the peach-shaped tattoo inked over an existing tattoo for some reason. However, the dark red portion is exactly the same as the mark all Kuranese clergy bear. Hey, you're right. Up until about 20 some odd years ago, everyone did get one, didn't they? I myself bear one. Oh, that's entirely too much information for your majesty. Okay, yeah, maybe, honestly. Information on everyone who enters the clergy is maintained at the temple. All we have to do is look up a monk with a mark on the same spot, Phoenix. This is such a good roundabout way of doing this. This is so good. I'm on it. I'll let you know if it getting hits, we're going to get a seance. That will not be necessary if you seek information on the clergy. Oh, he has it. Okay. I have it all right here. Oh my, never seems to amaze. So tell us, is there anyone who fits the bill? He's searching, he's searching. There is just one, and his name is Real Nemu. Real name. Real Nemu. Real name. Real Nemu. Real name. That's crazy. Ace Attorney, come on. He became a monk 20 years ago, so this is him? And Rayfa's still standing there this whole time? Poor Rayfa! Give her a seat. Give her a chair. Then that must be the victim's real name, his real name. But why would he have tried to cover up his tattoo with another one? Yeah, there must have been some reason. Maybe he was in trouble with Karain. We know how strict this place can be. Nick, that's not important right now. The important thing is we know his real name. We have a seance. Yeah, we can do a seance. You're right. Your Majesty, now that we know the victim's real name, the divination seance might finally work. A lawyer who willingly seeks a seance. This is entirely on precedent. Yeah, 100%, but like I think we need it to tie everything together. You're about to digging your own grave, defense. We won't know that until we try. Sure, it's risky, but it's our only hope. Very well, let the divination seance be held once more. You ready, Rayfa? Why would a lawyer work so hard to see the divination seance be held once more? Oh, she's not ready. You are a fool, Bobbed Head, and your foolishness shall yield no gratitude from me. For the truth will be revealed of my insights. I shall gladly seek your demise. Bring it on, princess. I mean, she legitimately is a princess. Usually that would be very demeaning to be like, princess. Because I will correctly interpret each and every one of your insights. You will regret ever thinking you could use my sacred insights as evidence. You know what's so crazy? If they worked together to do these insights, they would be unstoppable. They would be legitimately unstoppable, you know, as a duo in terms of like a courtroom thing, you know? Imagine having like everyone together and also a divination seance on our side. Crazy. Here comes another seance.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear.
Oh, they're going to do the dance
and
again.
Our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Oh, they actually are doing it again. Here's the thing. I said earlier that I'll never get tired of this, so like the other people who are you know, tired of this is gonna be like the part in the movie where everyone's like, oh, again, and I'm gonna be like, quiet down, please. Quiet down, something's happening. But also like the fact that like it was Phoenix who allowed her to do this again. Like, so even, let's say, like, there's always going to be that in the back of her mind, too. That's why, again, she needs someone to talk to. She does. She needs someone to compartmentalize all these feelings inside of her head. Why do I feel so angry whenever I'm told I'm wrong? Why do I feel so frustrated whenever, like, someone gets, like, a little bit of an edge on me? And the thing is, all it would take is like a few conversations allowing her to talk openly about how she feels, and it would change the law. Because right now I know for a fact, even if Nayuta won this trial, forever in her mind she's going to think a defense lawyer helped me do the divination seance. It's such a cool, the music adds such a great touch to this. Let's go. We're actually going to see it this time? Oh. Ginjil. That was in the... That's the dinner, isn't it? Heavy. Oh, heavy. Oh, do you mean like someone's maybe stood on him or something? Or was it just the knife feeling heavy in his back? That was a very short seance. I mean, he can't see anything from the front. Oh my. It is just as Mr. Wright summarized. Praise God, it wasn't the victim of the victim's true name. And now at last we have seen the victim's final moments. But all we could see was the ground. You seem terribly disappointed. I take it you do not find any fodder for one of your infamous turnabouts? Oh my god. I like when he's a bit playful too, you know? I, on the other hand, have discovered something. Conclusive evidence that establishes the accuser's guilt. You did? In what way? A most surprising surprise attack. So tell us, Prosecutor Samadi, what is this conclusive evidence you have found? The Plume Punisher theme song that the deceased heard? Please consider this item here. It was confiscated from the accused. Oh, they confiscated it during your interrogation. I understand why they would have to confiscate it, but still. That's my Plume Punisher strap. When you press the amalgam on the Plume Punisher's belt. So that was heard in this seance as well. It seems the accused inadvertently pressed the button in the midst of a crime. The strap is an extremely rare item. Is it not, Miss Faye? You better not break it. There's only one of those in the whole wide world. Yeah, it's very important to Maya. No, Phoenix. It's good that we establish truth. We have to establish truth. It's just as I said. Wait, I don't know if we have it. Did the clock play the theme as well? I think the clock played the theme, right? Your flights of fancy have come crashing down on you. Sure seems to be enjoying this. Yeah, I've never seen her look so thrilled before either. It's time to accept that the divination seance is far more than mere evidence. It is the very truth that brings the hammer of justice down upon the accused. That is as conclusive evidence as can get. Now then, if there are no further objections. Objection! Again, he was just trying to end the trial right there. Slow down there, Your Majesty. At least let me make a counter-argument. What's this? Do you take issue with the divination seance? We have to interpret it. It's happened twice now. Well, I have issues with it. I just don't know what they are yet. Oh no. But that's never stopped me before. The divination seance is not the absolute truth. It only becomes the truth after it's been interpreted correctly. You do not know when you are beaten, do you, foolish lawyer? She's desperate to beat us. It's about beating Phoenix now because it proves a lot right. I'm the only one who speaks for the matama of the deceased. If you believe there to be errors in my insights, then let us see you prove it. Let's go for it. Let us go for it. The victim was offering up his prayers. It was the night of the rite. It was dark. The pattern on the plaza's ground was visible. Okay. Then someone was there, and the themes of the Plume Punisher filled the air. The accused held the defenseless victim down, and that was what they're doing again, plunged her knife into his neck. The blade struck true, and in that instant he departed from this world. This is what she truly believes. That is everything the deceased experienced in his final moments. Her benevolence's insights have painted a detailed picture, both vivid and true. I didn't notice any holes in there. As they stand now, those insights are really stacked against us. We'll have to look at everything. I'll just have to go over each and every one with the deceased sensations carefully, 100%. Yeah, we're just going to have to look at absolutely everything. So, the victim was offering up his prayers. So there's heavy Plume Punisher theme, Gingyil. The only other mention of Gingyil is in this. Right? Yeah, there it is. The family photo was taken during the Feast of Blessings, where it's customary to partake in dishes made of Gingyil. These dishes are only prepared during the feast, which starts at noon on the day before the rite, and must be finished by 3 p.m. that day. Does this have any connection to what we're seeing here now? Because I'm thinking like if it's there's times in here, noon and 3 p.m. They could be saying something to do with that. If they're connecting it to Gingyil, but I'm not sure. Because they had this feast, so they did have Gingyil, right? They did have Gingyil. Let's read some more of it. The victim was opera of his prayers. It was the night of the rite, though it was dark, the pattern of the plaza's ground was visible. Is that what they have to do with the timing? Then someone was there, and the theme to the plume plunger filled the air. The accused held the defense's victim down and plunged a knife into his neck. Wait. He was killed. The day of the rite. Right? It was after Abbot Inmi died. So, can we... So, unless like the smell lingered, do we talk about the smell of Gingil? Like, how is it still there?
Objection!
This was the day of the rite that served the day before the rite, and ends at 3 p.m. Unless like they're not cleaning themselves, it's not gonna be. You're not gonna be smelling of Gingil the next day. Your brothers, isn't this statement inconsistent with the vision? Inconsistent? It's no, because maybe that was wrong. Exactly. That's where the inconsistency lies. Okay, that was wrong. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I thought I had something there. It could be a thing as well that it's in the wrong place, you know? It could be the wrong slide. Like the wrong... I don't know which one I had on it, though. Because I think that has to be something... Because like, in the statement here, it says... It starts at noon the day before the rite and must be finished by 3 p.m. that day. If you were still smelling of this food the next day, it's probably like either a lingering smell, but for it to be that strong to be for the person themselves... Because you don't usually smell it like... I'm wondering if someone else smelled of Gingil. That's my thought process on this. So it has to have something to do with this now. No. He was killed before the rite then. Because it's the second statement. Right? Yes, that's... Okay. It was night of the rite, though it's dark, the pattern on the plaza on the ground was visible. It couldn't have been the night of the rite. You don't eat Gingil on the night of... That's what they wanted to say.
Objection!
Yes, okay, that makes more sense. Okay. I mean, it was along the lines of what we were thinking, but I thought it was like... You know, yeah. It was someone else that was smelling of Gingil. Was it really the night of the rite? What do you mean? It could not be otherwise. The accused slew Acolyte Zealot after killing the High Priest during the purification rite. The only problem is the deceased spirit does not corroborate that. What's this? Take a good look at what the victim smelled. Do you see how it says Gingil? Acolyte Zealot shouldn't have smelled any Gingil on the night of the rite. No one's eaten it that night. Let me back up my statement with some evidence for you. The statement from Believe, right? This should be explained how the victim could have smelled Gingil on the night of the rite. The statement from Believe.
Take that!
The High Priest White Believe in me told me about the Feast of Blessings. The feast includes a number of Gingil-based dishes, and they're only supposed to be served at a certain time of the day before the rite. Why, I believe you're right. I'd completely forgotten about that. During the feast, the unique smell of Gingil pervades the entire kingdom. The fact that the victim smelled it means he was murdered between noon and 3 p.m. that day, before the purification rite. That's enough? I'm not so easily fooled. Did that autopsy report not make it clear? The estimated time of death was during the rite. Oh, right. I taught her about that yesterday. Oh, my God. Why is that kind of sweet, though? The Phoenix is like, oh, yeah, that thing I taught Rayfa about. She's using it against me. Like, it's sweet in a weird way. It really is. Forgive me your benevolence, but the estimated time of death is just that, an estimate. Yep. Depending on the circumstances, it's possible for it to change. I mean, they were up on top of a freaking mountain, or like up in high altitude. Like if body was kept cold, the slowed rate of decay makes the death seem more recent. And it was like in a very high altitude area. Well, I believe I'd heard something of that sort before. If it is as Mr. Wright claims, the estimated time of death in the autopsy report will have to be revised. There we go. Zealot's autopsy report updated the court record. And you know what's so upsetting now as well is that like she thought like, okay, I know this thing that I learned about forensic science, and she was so excited about it. But then she's also like learning something else now, but instead of like being excited to learn something else about forensic science, it's, oh, I'm wrong again. You know? That's so, it's sad, but it's like, it's a part of growing up. It really is. Barb Ted, you blinded me with science. Oh, you blinded me. Sorry. Wait, what am I apologizing for? Because again, she's a kid. You know what I mean? And she was so excited to learn about that stuff yesterday that like, you know, it's one of those things where she got another lesson right now, but she doesn't care for it. No matter. The murder may have occurred in the afternoon hours of the day before the rite. Nevertheless, the murder weapon with the accused prints on it is incontrovertible evidence. I will now amend my insight to account for this new truth. The victim was offering up his prayers. It was the afternoon of the day of the rite. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We can deal with that. Though it's dark, the pattern of the plaza's ground was visible. The blade struck true, and in an instant he departed from this world. The time of death has been corrected. We're going to end the video here, guys. My insight infallible. Oh, okay, Rayfa. I think this episode was a great lead-in to what is going to be happening, I think, in this whole trial, is that I think this could be, and it might be another trial after this that's going to happen, but like right now, I do think that Rayfa is coming to her point where she's going to probably either break or she's going to be very, very upset. She's going to have to, think about a lot of things, because I think what's happening is that she's constantly being pushed back. The one bit of help she got this whole trial was from Phoenix to try and get the divination seance back up and running. She failed the divination seance in front of everybody. She failed it in front of Nayuta. There's a lot of failures happening, a lot of mistakes happening. And again, with her personality, that's upsetting. That's sad to her. But I think that it's not a terrible thing that she's constantly getting pushed back on, whether from Maya or Phoenix, because someone needed to. And I'm not saying that she's like, like, oh, someone needs to put her in her place, like her dad said, like, knock her down a peg. I mean, just like every kid from a young age needs to be told that you'll be wrong sometimes. You know what I mean? And when they are wrong, when they cry and they cry because they're wrong, you, instead of going like, oh, no, it's okay, you're right, you go, yeah, you were wrong. And that's okay. It's not something to cry about. Everyone's wrong sometimes. But Rayfa didn't have that growing up, clearly. We're also, like, it's very interesting once again, because like Nayuta is, I think, like almost, he's for the justice system here, but also he has like some like quirks about him where he has no problem casting aside Rayfa, or like it's like he has a presence about him enough that people don't get upset with him for doing the same thing. Because like, I generally think like if Phoenix said like it just brushed Rayfa aside even a little bit, this crowd would be all over him. That's because of the history of that too. But yeah, that's what's going to happen, I suppose, as we're like in this culture. But I feel like Nayuta has like a lot of respect. So I feel like he's like the only person who can like call out the judge and call out Kernism in general and call out, not call out Rayfa, but sometimes push her aside without anyone really getting any bother from it. We also learned that Prey Zelda is not his actual name, so we're going to have to find a reason for that as well. And the reason I think that it's not going to be... Oh, I muted the mic? Oh, we could do that. Wait, does it always say on the screen? Oh, we could do that more often, actually, because people say they want to, see my reaction, see the videos again that I record on the thing. But yeah, I think that in Karain, it is not surprising to me that someone would want to hide away their identity. That's all I'll say, because there's so much persecution here. It does not surprise me one bit, if that makes sense. Yeah, This has been a great episode, guys. I'm really loving this series. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. I probably said in the update video if you didn't see it, but my upload times lately have been absolutely terrible. Just to give you an example, right now I'm uploading a Honkai Star Rail video, and I started uploading it around 40 minutes ago, and it's still at 3%. So I apologize if there's some late episodes or if there's episodes that like don't get done in time, but that's basically what's happening. It's like I'm gonna have to like, you know, record stuff overnight, make sure everything's recording, you know, as well as possible. I'm also gonna be going to like some internet cafes and stuff to try and get done. So like again, if videos are like just like an hour a piece all the time for a bit, it's not forever, it's temporary, then that's what's gonna happen going forward. I hope you guys understand. I hope you guys realize that it's not in anything I like in my control, and I appreciate you guys as well. I want to say thank you to my patrons at the highest tier of YouTube for being so awesome. That being Tyfire 2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Yuld, Radish Anusta, Lynx Markey, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, High Casparian, Jerabinum, Neo Sharite, and at the highest tier of my YouTube, Rogamma7, Blasco, and Lusamagi. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye.